As autumn gives way to winter, brothers Chris and Casey Keefer are drawn to the wild places on a live-to-hunt, hunt-to-live mission, dropped with very little to rely on but each other. Each new season brings with it a new arena and new challenges. Together, the Keefer brothers have faced angry predators, extreme hunger, impassable terrain, and volatile, shifting weather patterns. They've explored hundreds of miles of desolate mountain ranges, unsettled tundras, raging rivers, and the unpredictable perils of territories where few are willing to go. All for the love of the hunt, to test themselves, to test each other, not to prove anything to anyone, but to feed the fire inside. This is Dropped.
Amazing grace, what sweet sight. See her dressed in white. I once was lost, but now I'm found through her amazing grace and a soft cotton lace.
Northern Saskatchewan, the land of living skies. Landlocked and sparsely populated, this diverse province has a reputation of being equal parts beautiful and brutal. The grasslands of southern and central Saskatchewan surrender to the thick boreal forests of the north, where black bears, wolves, and moose patrol towering thickets of spruce and pine. This is where the Keefer brothers will carve out a living for the next 30 days. With a change in arena comes a change in the rules. The brothers have access to thousands of acres of Canadian wilderness by way of a remote lake. They've been afforded a motorized fishing boat, just big enough to transport their gear and a limited supply of fuel reserves. For the duration of their journey, this boat will be their lifeline, allowing them to search for the lake trout, northern pike, and walleye that soar through the depths beneath them, while providing the opportunity to scout and hunt the vast expanses of the game-rich northern timber. The Keefer brothers hold tags for a moose and a black bear, but a tag is far from a guarantee.
Okay, well, I made it down here to the north end. I dropped Casey off right at daylight. Sun is cracking down here. It took me a little bit to get across, but what an amazing morning. Fog, steam coming off, sun's shining. It's an amazing morning to be up north. I wanted to come to the north end of the lake so I can investigate a little bit. I found down here, I'm looking for any terrain change. I found down here a little bit of a terrain change. Looks like this little bay goes in here. So I'm going to do some investigating. I can get some altitude. Check it right up there. Right up there. I can get some altitude, which is really what I want. So yeah, that's exciting. So I'm just going to explore by myself today. Kind of run and gun. I don't want to run too much. I don't want gas to be an issue right now. So far so good. But hopefully Casey can stay with it up there. And I'm just going to keep on trying down here, see what I can find. Gorgeous morning in North Country. This morning it is dead silent. Not a stitch of wind. Skies were wide open. open last night and it got cold. It was a cold ride down here this morning, but Chris brought me in here and dropped me off. He's gonna go do some exploration. It's tough because one of us has a moose tag and a bear tag, and then Chris only has a bear tag. And kind of the way that you hunt moose and bears right now can be totally different. So he's chomping at the bit to get out there and try to find a bear. And moose hunting requires me to give it time, 2-3 days in a row in an area, calling consistently. Been in here calling quite a bit. Hopefully it's just a matter of time until a bull shows up.
It's mid-morning, and the brothers have gone their separate ways in search of moose and bear. Chris is putting miles behind him in his quest to find new hunting grounds. By way of water, he has traveled to the northern stretches of the lake, where he's identified yet another change of elevation. His plan is to hike to the top to gain a better vantage point, where he'll spend the day glassing the land below.
Okay, so I got a glimpse of a water system that looks like a river. Might be the one that leads back out of that lake. Just trying to find a good spot to sit. Oh yeah, look at this right here. Check this. That down there is moose country, and I can see a country mile out there for bears. So I can watch if I see anything for Casey. If not, that down there is moose country and bear country. I just need to find a good spot here to sit.
Meanwhile, on the south end, Casey's senses are heightened by the sound of something big, but he's not sure it's the visitor he's been hoping for.
I've been sitting up on this same rock calling for a couple hours. Just out of nowhere, I can hear some distinct cracking of like branches back in the bush right here next to me. That is some really, really thick stuff right there. I don't think a moose would be able to get through there. But a bear definitely could. We heard some of that distinct cracking. I could just hear and then back in there a little ways, a squirrel just started going nuts. Like he definitely didn't like something back in there.
Casey is surrounded by brush too thick for a moose to squeeze through. A bear or a wolf, on the other hand, wouldn't hesitate to answer his lovesick calls in search of an easy meal before winter sets in. He decides to wait it out and try to pinpoint where the sound is coming from.
That's a real eerie feeling. Knowing that there could be a bear staring at us right now and we have no idea where he is. I really, really, really like this spot, but I've been up here now for hours, glassing, starting to get up to kind of the afternoon sun. So I think I'm gonna take the rest of my time before it gets too late, navigate my way back through, try to find the best way now that I got a lay of the land. I feel like I can do a direct shot down, and I really want to investigate where this water system comes in, see if I can find a really good way to get through there with a boat. And then if I can't, if I can find a way to portage through, and then maybe spend the afternoon fishing, trying to get some dinner for tonight, pick up Casey, bring him back here tomorrow. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. If he hasn't gotten into the moose yet, we need to spend some time here. Muskeg all over the place, can see for a long way. A lot of valleys dumping in. It's just a phenomenal spot, but I'm gonna start headed back this way. I think it's gonna be worth it to investigate. See if I can't find a quick way to get up here or a quick way to get through.
As Chris works his way down off the ridge, the sound of running water catches his attention. He has located a small stream that connects the lake to a new body of water. The wheels are turning, and he begins to formulate a plan to reach new ground. Chris has identified a new body of water that he believes will offer access to better moose hunting. Reaching the lake requires a challenging portage. The Keefer brothers would need to remove all their gear from the boat and detach the boat's motor before carrying the gear along the bank of a small creek that leads to the new lake. The reduced weight would allow the empty boat to be portaged up the creek, where they would reload the gear and begin exploring new ground. This portage is a lot of work, with no guarantee of a payoff.
Okay, well, that hike was terrible. A lot worse than I thought, but I was able to get to the boat and locate where this little stream kicks into that bay that I found. It's skinny water, there's no doubt we'd have to portage, but I'll tell you, I got a couple plans as to how we can do it. It's just a matter of whether or not Casey wants to help me do that or not, because it's going to require some serious work and no motor. So for now, I'm going to fish my way back towards Casey, see if I can't locate him. Hopefully he does have a moose down and it's going to be a moot point, but right now, I got a plan if he wants to partake. Let's see what he wants to do.
I need a change of scenery. I need to definitely look at something different. I've been staring at the same stuff in there for days. And you can only stare at the same vast emptiness for so long. I just decided to come out, sit by the lake here, take it in, I don't know, maybe see a moose walking along the shoreline, even a bear walking along the shoreline or something. Just need a change of scenery. It's a beautiful lake, man, beautiful lake.
While Casey glasses the shoreline, Chris makes his way back to meet up and discuss his new plan. But he doesn't make it far before he's reminded that they're only in the game as long as their transportation allows.
What the hell's that? Oh, that's why. I have officially figured out how much gas it takes to run to the north and the south, right there. Tank is gone. Oh. Used a full tank of gas.
A simple tank swap and Chris is up and running again.
Good news is, I got another full one.
It's a reality check, as Chris now realizes just how much fuel they're burning as they continue to travel between one end of the lake and the other. When the fuel is gone, they're dead in the water. A new game plan may be the only way to stretch their reserves long enough to find big game and make it out of the bush safely.
Hope that was it. Oh, yes. Back in business, but I'm down a tank of gas. Just let that one slide for right now.
I didn't see anything, but I definitely heard something.
It wasn't a moose.
No way.
It's a bear?
That's the only logical thing I can figure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just perfectly calm in there all morning.
Oh, it was
I mean,
gorgeous.
it was unreal. I could hear that call just cool, cool, cool. I was sitting there and out of nowhere just I heard stick snap. So I kind of looked off to the right and there's like a real thick bush line right up in there.
Yeah.
And I heard it again, and I heard it again, and it was like 4 or 5 in a row, and that's so thick in there, there's no way it was a moose.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was, he was walking with his head cranked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, it had to have been a bear. There was a squirrel back in there that just started going crazy. So,
Well,
I don't know, I thought it was a bear. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
well, I have explored the entire North Country. I mean, I have been all over the place. I hiked up. I got pretty aggressive with it. I got way back in there.
Get back in there.
Yeah, I kept going and finally I got way up on top. I can see there's a bay and I could see for miles and it was just like, it was gorgeous. And it looks like the water system connects into this lake.
Yeah.
but it's rocky, and if anything, when you have to portage through there, but I don't know if it's even doable, so.
How, like, you gotta, like, get the boat through there? Or,
Yeah,
or
because
you
wouldn't want to moose hunt back in there without having access to a boat to get it out, because it's so far back that if you shot something, you know, you'd want to have the boat.
Gnarly pack.
It's not far, it's probably 80 to 100 yards, but it's 80 to 100 yards of, I don't know, so I wanted to grab you, go look at it. It's midday, we can burn the afternoon and see if we can't get through there, because if we can, I think it's amazing country up there, but I mean, I just want to go look at it.
Oh, let's go then.
All right, let's go.
The area Chris has identified at the north end has a creek that connects to a smaller chain of lakes. The shallow water would require the Keefer brothers to portage their gear in order to get the boat through. It's a process that will burn a lot of time and energy, and the brothers are running short on both. The Keefer brothers have returned to the far north end of the lake, where Chris has discovered a potential opportunity to explore new moose hunting ground. A difficult portage stands in the way of the brothers and thousands of untouched acres.
Well, this is it right here. This is what I was talking about. Ooh, it's got this last little chute right here, and we're through.
That's a whole lot of rock. I mean, look at that right there.
Yeah.
How you plan on getting a boat through there?
That's why I was thinking we take the motor off.
Take the motor off.
Then we lift it.
And then what? Try to truck the motor through that?
No. Row.
Just row into here, leave the motor over there?
Yeah.
I don't know
just
about
row.
that.
And we're stealthy.
There's no way we're gonna drag an aluminum boat through there. I mean, that would be tough with a raft. I mean, you'd be full on float dragging Alaska style right there with a raft.
Yeah.
Let alone an aluminum boat that weighs 4 or 5 times what a raft does.
We could probably weight her up and move some boulders. We could, then if we get under it, all we gotta do is get it up a little bit.
I mean, I have to think that there is better area somewhere, or as good of an area somewhere that doesn't require wadering up, moving boulders, breaking our backs to potentially put a hole in our boat to be stuck on this side.
I'm just worried about the moose country. If you're not seeing anything down there, this was an option. That's why I wanted to show it to you. If you don't like it, we don't want to do it, it's fine. I just wanted to show it to you because it's an option. I mean, if we get to the point where we need to get more country, that's more country. And the only way to get to it is to get that boat through here.
Take me back there. I'll keep hunting down there and that'll be that. Not what I'm looking to get into right now. I'll just keep hunting the south.
Tension builds as the brothers are at odds about Chris's plan to portage. Casey doesn't agree and feels the extra work isn't worth it, with no guarantee of the plan paying off.
I mean, I can't even get through the damn bush, let alone through the boulders.
They need to stay level-headed and continue to work together to stay safe and sane in the Saskatchewan bush.
Well, that didn't work out exactly as I had planned. Or did it? I don't know. I mean, come on. Could have got through that. I mean, it's not that bad. A couple of boulders. Carry a boat. Want a boat? Carry the boat. You want to get through a moose hunt? You got to carry the boat. You want a moose hunt? Don't carry the boat. Fine, it's not my tag. I don't care. I was just trying to open up some more ground. I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
There's not much to say aside from that's not happening. I mean, not a chance in hell is that happening. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna wait for him to quit around back in there, and then we're gonna go south and I'm gonna keep hunting. That's all there is to it.
They decide to head back to the south to hunt the afternoon on familiar ground. Casey walks this path each day to hunt. The sign of fresh bear scat on his trail confirms the rumblings he had heard earlier.
Well, I left here, couldn't have been more than 6 hours, 7 hours ago. Probably not even that. And that was not here. when I left. So it's evidence that there was definitely a bear in that bush this morning. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's still, look at that, it's so soft. Just packed full of berries. And that's what these bears are feeding on this time of year.
He's in a bear's territory, an uneasy feeling, as he's been hunting alone with no firearm.
I can see the valley, I can see the road we used to climb, I can see the mountains leering on the other side, and on and on and on and on it goes.
The brothers have weighed their options, and their new game plan will be crucial to their success. Whether they stay patient where they're at or forge a new path to the north, they must decide together and move forward as brothers.
On and on and on it goes.